Hello everyone. So today I want to read tarot with you, trying to answer the question, what is my mission in life? Or like my purpose, something like this. And I was wondering if I should approach it with this idea of, souls, so that I have a soul that has been living in this world for like thousands of years, and my life right now is just a little part of it, and so we're trying to achieve some goal that is like distant. But actually I don't want to do it. I want to focus on my present life, and I'm going to use this tarot deck that I've been using before too in my other videos. I'm going to just say that I know a little bit of traditional tarot meaning, but I mostly follow my intuition like a real witch. Right? We are going to do a spread that I thought of today, just like 5 minutes ago. And by the way, I wanted to be more aesthetical today, like I wanted to, wear black lipstick and all of that, but I don't have time for it today, and I am so inspired today to do this video that I decided that even without my lips being dark, it's gonna be okay. So I'm going to shuffle the cards, and I'm going to describe this spread that I just thought of. So basically we're going to start with a card that is going to say who I am right now. And it's not like who I am objectively, but this is rather how I view myself, what I know about myself right now, who I am in the world that I know. And then the last card is going to be about what is my purpose, what is my goal, what I can give to the world, what will remain when I die. And then in the middle there are going to be two cards. The one below is going to be about the drawback, the difficulty that I'm facing, and hopefully the card is going to provide some advice too, how to deal with something that I find difficult. Above this card, there's going to be an answer to the question, what is my strength? What is my natural feature that allows me to achieve this goal? What I can rely on in terms of my abilities to make this goal come quicker or easier for me. All right, so shuffling. I keep shuffling. Okay, I'm going to shuffle it, like cut it one last time. All right, so I am drawing the first card, which says who I am today. Oh, okay, I drew this like this. So it's upside down, the High Priestess. All right, I really love this card. All right, so this is how I see myself right now, and this is quite accurate as I think of it. So the High Priestess is supposed to be symbolizing looking within, and looking for symbolism, listening to your feelings, to your intuition. This is so me. This card could be the only one that I would choose to describe me as adequately as it's possible, to be honest. I love that she's holding this fruit that I forgot the name of in English, but basically it's symbolizing a heart, right? I think so, at least. And it looks like a heart, so it doesn't even have to symbolize it, it just looks like a heart. And I love it because, well, I think of myself as a person who is constantly analyzing themselves. Like, I analyze myself a lot, especially my emotions. My whole life is kind of focused on taking care of those emotions and figuring out how I can take care of myself adequately. I love this card also because her eyes are closed, like they might be open, but they're definitely covered. But she kind of has eyes in a way because she looks like a moth that is a creature living at night but is always attracted by light. And I love it. I think this is so me. I do feel often in my life that as if I was lost because of all the feelings that I'm feeling, all the relationships that I have, and all the situations that are happening and I don't quite understand. And I'm just trying to understand everything, but I fail, well, often. And so it does seem as if I was immersed in darkness, and if there is any source of light, I'm definitely going to try to get closer to it. But also it makes me think of being just curious, I am a curious person and I like trying to understand. I'm drawn by the light, I guess. Everybody who would be in darkness would be drawn to light, I guess. Or maybe not. I mean, I really like this card and I think it represents me quite well. So with all of those ideas out there, I'm going to draw the next card, which is going to be about my goal in life, and I'm going to cut the deck in half again. Alright. Oh, oh my god, this is the Hanged Man! Yes! I love it! It makes so much sense! Alright, so just a few words about the previous card. This is upside down. And I think, as for now, for me, it means that this is not finished. Because a card that is upside down is supposed to mean something that is either the opposite or something unknown, something that I'm unaware of. And I think here, the fact that it's upside down means that this is not finished. This is something in progress, so it may change. This is not like a statement. Alright, but this card was not upside down, although it kind of looks like that. The Hanged Man, I love this card. What it makes me think of, at least, is Jesus, obviously, right? Like, it just makes me think of it, because even he himself looks like a criminal or whatever, being punished for it, and it's like the same as Jesus. I mean, he was not a criminal, but he was thought to be a criminal by some people, and that's why he was punished. Also, the things that come to mind when I look at this card is humiliation, paying for the sins that you are not responsible for, but at the same time taking responsibility for your sins, being a lesson to society, I would say. I think the Hanged Man could describe our generation, like my generation at least. And I am supportive of self-discovery and facing who you are. I am supporting discovering even the ugly within yourself. So, okay, I think I see how it applies to me specifically, not only in this like big picture, but also in my micro picture of myself. Well, I think I am able of helping people face themselves, because I am so curious about others. I will ask about literally everything, and I will not judge. And so I think that this approach of understanding makes people more open to you, and they actually will tell you more than they would if they felt judged by you or compared or something like this. This is never my intention in a conversation, to judge somebody, at least not often. Very not often. I think it says a lot about my ability to discover, to discover people, to discover things with this like insight. And the Hanged Man is representing it, because he's taking responsibility for who he is, even if he's not accepted by society. And he will take responsibility for it. He will face it. He's like true to himself, That's how I understand this card. I mean, there is something like this in this card. I think that facing the truth and looking for the truth and representing the truth is my goal in life. I would agree with this. I hope it makes sense. So the two last cards are the drawback and the strength of mine. Alright, so cutting in half, going for the drawback, the difficulty, and hopefully an advice. Oh, King of Pentacles. That's interesting that this is a drawback. I'm not sure how to interpret it just yet. I think I need to compare it with the card of my strength, and it's going to be easier for me to see what it is all talking about. So let's search for my strength now. Oh, Knight of Pentacles. This is very interesting. Alright, I love that those both cards are from Pentacle series, kind of. King is supposed to be someone who is decisive, who is organizing the resources, has the power. While a knight is supposed to be someone explorative. Which makes sense, right? Because I said that the Hanged Man, who represents my goal, is the one who faces the truth, so maybe it discovers something. And then knight is supposed to symbolize this explorative approach, which I do see in myself, being explorative, just curious. Just I think about this drawback of it. I think the king here is this risk of taking control. If I know a lot of secrets or just know a lot and people are open to me, then they also trust me, and I need to be very careful about how I'm influencing them by my responses, because people are easily influenced and they easily feel judged. So I need to be responsible for that too, and know I am in a position of power if somebody is opening before me. And I think it also talks about how I sometimes make people open before me, but I don't open myself. I don't get to be known. And I think this is bad, not for other people, but for me. Because then I'm acting as if I was responsible for the other person, you know, for how they feel. Sometimes it also comes out of my urge to be liked. So I give all the interest and attention to the other person while I'm forgetting about myself and about that I also want to enjoy this conversation. I also want to be a part of it. I think this card might be reminding me of it, all of those two aspects of, well, being responsible and careful about responses, but also about reminding myself that I am not in service of others as a king is of service to the public. I am not of service to others. I am just myself, and I also have needs and all of that. Yeah, and also I want to say that pentacles represent practical side of life, like money or something like this. And I think it also, this card is trying to remind me that, okay, my willingness to understand is like very noble and maybe connected with some idealistic idea that everyone is equal, so everyone deserves a chance to be understood and all of that. However, there are also the needs of mine to also be understood, for example, to also be seen, to also exist in a relationship, conversation, the world, basically. So, and this is very down to earth, right? So I need to like come down from this idealistic position to earth, and to look at me as a real living human being who needs attention. Okay, and back to the Knight, who represents my strength in it. I really like this is also Pentacles, because it means that this some practical aspect of it all is both the curse and a blessing here. So I think it shows that I am confident in my opinions and beliefs, and I am able to not only like talk about it, you know, to think about it and support it, but I am able to live by it. I think that only thanks to this confidence and strength and like determination, I'm going to turn this kind of abstract state of being into actual statement that shows something to others, that shows something to the world eventually, that actually has an impact on my environment and also on me, I guess, because discovering others is also a chance to discover yourself. It's funny that all of those cards made sense to me almost immediately, while sometimes when I read tarot I need a little bit more cards to answer more questions and doubts, but here it was pretty clear what it all means. Alright, I think this is it. I hope that you liked that, and see you next time. Bye bye!